Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! It's Brewsday Tuesday time with DreZ and Huck.
Did that hit you in the chin?
A little bit. It is indeed Brewsday Tuesday, a special Brewsday Tuesday, as hopefully, I know that this was going to be our, New Year's resolution to have more brewers
Yeah,
in.
now it's August.
It's already August, but nonetheless, hey, actually, now that I think about it, first things first, text LUCK to 95819 for a chance to win $1,000.
$1,000.
And Mike, I encourage you to do that as well. You being a non-employee, you can win our contest.
Oh, you mean I don't forfeit because I'm on the show?
No. Although I guess Huck, you even can get away with it too.
I've been doing it. I guess we'll sort it out if I actually win.
If you actually win, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We'll burn that bridge when it comes.
Either way, it is Brewsday Tuesday. What I was talking about is we were talking about how it's Virginia Craft Beer Month. We need to get more brewers in, and you made it happen, Huck. You booked Mike
here's
for
the
Parkway
thing.
Brewing.
Here's the thing: is this weekend in Charlottesville, all the brewers in the state are going to be getting together, and so we had to get one over here.
Yeah, we got the Virginia Craft Brewers Festival happening this weekend. We'll, of course, delve into that a little bit. But first, Mike, I want to welcome you. I know this is not your first time on the show.
No, I think it's my second now.
I was trying to remember when that was.
It's been a while. I think it's been. Has it been a year?
Probably
Yeah,
about a year. Probably been about a year. Either way, first things first. You, of course, we're not going to let you come through the door without bringing beer, and you did that in a nice way today. So we got a couple of noobs. I think. I'm pretty sure I've never tried either of these beers. So first of all, what am I pouring over here? Because this one's in a very, what'd you say, a double pan.
It's a clean canteen growler, so it's double insulated. It keeps stuff cold for like 24 hours.
Oh, so this should be good to go.
What you have is our Belgian wit beer. It's called Tree Sitter Wit. Nice light wheat with all those nice orange and coriander type smells to it.
There is an aroma illuminating from my glass, that's for sure.
It's part of our draft series. So we do a draft batch for 30 barrels of draft only beer every month. So we put 12 of these beers out, and they change up every year depending on what works, what doesn't. It just depends.
Okay, so this is one that it might not be there much longer if you don't go out there and grab it.
It's been out. That's our July one, so there's a limited amount of it left.
Mm-hmm.
It's still moving out there. There's some good accounts that have some good stuff on for us.
Fair enough. And now I'm looking over there, and that beer looks very interesting. It is a interesting color, I guess I should say.
Yeah, and it's called Mama Tired.
Mama Tired.
Like Mama Tried.
That's exactly
no,
where
like
it
not
came
now.
from, too.
So,
not now. Mama Tired.
Mama Tired. Well, that's what I'm saying. I just spent a week at the lake with my grandbaby, and her mama was tired the whole time. That baby was just swimming and fishing, and everybody was tired, except her.
So Mama Tired, we have these T-shirts say Mama Tried because our mullet has Mama Tried on on the tank top, and one of our customers had hiked the Grand Canyon and was coming up out of it, and somebody says, "Does that say you're Mama Tired?" And that's where it came from. It's where the name came from. But the beer itself is it's a sour ale, so think Goza, but no salt and coriander in it.
Okay.
But it instead has over 1 ton of blueberries in it.
Wow.
So
Where do you get your blueberries?
We get our blueberries from a company called Oregon Fruit Puree. Because it's 2,000 plus pounds of them all.
I was gonna say that's
up.
a lot of
Yeah,
berries.
it's a lot of berries. We've done some stuff on smaller batches with real fruit. This is real. I mean, it's closest to real you can get without smushing them yourself. Mm-hmm. But coming up with a ton of blueberries to squish down takes a little bit more equipment than we have.
Well, you could have a party and everybody just jump in there like wine with their feet.
I've been thinking about that. I think it'd be fun, but I have this feeling certain groups of government officials would frown on that.
Plus, it's probably a liability. I mean, we all remember the grape smashing lady. Everybody knows that YouTube video. It's like epic. Where they're doing the news story and she falls and eats it. You know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Now I got to look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is classic.
Yeah,
this is like OG, viral video. So yeah, you don't want that to happen. But cool, man. Well, obviously we'll delve into these beers and do our little Untapped spiel later on. But tell me a little bit about this festival. Obviously, it is coming up this Saturday, and this is a big one, I guess, in the world of actual brewing craft beer.
It is. it's one of the largest festivals in the country, run by a state guild. So we've been doing it for
7 years.
7 years now. Yeah. I've been to pretty much every one of them, but it's used to be at another brewery. It's moved into a more open festival ground. I
was gonna say, does it hop around? Is it always the same location?
No, it's only been in the 2 places so far. I don't think it's going to move anymore. The whole premise of it is it's only Virginia breweries. So there are no breweries that don't have a facility in Virginia at this festival. And I want to say, I don't know the exact number, but it's got to be at least 90 breweries.
It might be more now. I was just glancing through it.
I mean, there's a lot of them.
I don't know if let me see what she says there. She sent me a fact sheet.
The Brewers list.
It goes on and on. And there's a whole bunch of them. I mean, I think and the biggest thing about it is we try, as brewers, it's one of those premier festivals. And if you brew beer for a living, you end up at festivals all the time. So there's a certain point where you're like, okay, who can go to the festival for me? But this is one that the brewers go to on a real regular basis. The owners of the breweries, the brewers go, and they're there so that people can come up and ask them questions and talk to them.
It looks like 90-ish.
Yeah, it's probably around there. Yeah, a little short. So cool, man. So it's really this is the festival for people that are looking to get beer knowledge. Because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love any beer festival as much as the next guy. I mean, you go up, you get your beer, but half the time it's just volunteers pouring that barely even know what they're pouring.
Like, what's this? It's a dark beer. Oh, this wheat beer is a dark beer?
Is it? Yes. But
that's the darkest cloudy beer I've ever seen.
So this is a good craft festival for inquiring minds.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the people that are making the beers and the people that own the companies show up for it. And there's a lot of great beer that's there. So I don't think it ever really turns into the typical festival feel afterwards. How many of these beers can I drink and how fast type thing. So there's so many different.
Who would do that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's so many different kinds of beer that people are real selective of what they go try because they want to try all the stuff that they can't get normally.
Right.
Cool. All right. Well, I want to talk more about the Virginia Craft Brewers Festival here in a little bit. But first, I mean, since we got you here and we're drinking the Parkway beers, what's new with Parkway? Anything new going on? Anything exciting on the horizon, perhaps?
We got a few things floating around here and there.
Are they in my glass?
No. So we've been doing these batches, these 30-barrel draft batches. So they show up, and there's not. I mean, if you think about it, there's 60 kegs of beer, and they're supposed to cover 3 states right now. So there's not a lot of them.
15-gallon kegs?
No, yeah. So each batch makes 60 of them, basically. So there's not a lot of outlets for those. So when they show up, they're kind of rare. You don't get to see them that often. And if it doesn't move as well as we'd like it to next year, we tend to change them or move them around.
Okay.
One of our things coming up real soon, this blueberry sour is something really new. We've never really done like this before. And coming up in September, we're going to get a return of one of our old favorites, Save the Galaxy. So monstrous IPA. It's kind of right up your alley, Huck.
Yo.
8%.
Oh, 8%. Huck session beer.
That's a Huck session beer.
That's actually a DreZ session beer.
Yeah, that's right. DreZ is like an 8 now.
That one's coming
I had to one-up him.
And then for us, business-wise, we're actually getting ready to move into East Tennessee also.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we're trying
That's exciting.
We're in North Carolina and Ohio, and this year we're trying to finish out Upper East Tennessee, West Virginia, right along the border along here, and into Maryland if we can get there.
Expanding, man. Yep. That's good things. Big things happen at Parkway. All right, well, we'll talk more with Mike here in a little bit about the festival and whatnot, but I think it's about that time, Huck, that we should maybe untap these beers.
What do you mean untap?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I mean, I don't know about you, but I sure do enjoy using this Untapped app. It comes in very handy if you are a beer lover. You can check in beers that you drink, and it's an easy way to keep track of what you drank, who you drank them with, where you drank them, what you thought of them. You can give it a rating on a scale of 0.25 up to 5. And really, I use it as a reference tool because when you're like us and you like to try as many beers as possible, a lot of times you can forget if you liked it or not. I mean,
I forget if I tried it or not.
I don't even know. Let me look it up. Oh, I had it. I thought this. So it can help you decide whether you want to spend $6 on that beer at the bar or maybe get something else. So
I'm pushing 4,000 beers, unique beers.
Nice.
I know people have a lot more. I just get too into it.
Well, you know what's funny is Brad, my cousin, who you know, he's the first person that introduced me to Untapped, and we had our family reunion a couple weekends ago, and he was just like, "Oh, where you at on there?" I busted it open. He was like, "Dude, you surpassed me a long time ago." He was like, "I am very proud."
But we drink at least 4 new beers a week.
Minimum,
at least
minimum. So
that's just the show.
Yeah,
and sometimes 6.
So yeah, I'd say
you're in a unique position.
Yeah, our number climbs probably more than most, but don't let that deter you.
No.
DreZ Drinks is my handle if you want to be my friend. Huck's Beer Buzz is his. You on there, Mike?
I am.
Do you know your handle?
I think it's Pro Brewer.
Brewer.
Look
BRO.
out!
I don't know.
That one wasn't
I can
taken.
pull it out and look and just make
It's
sure.
got to be
That's
Pro
what he
Brewer.
said. He's going to pull it out and look.
69.
Pull it out.
Wait,
look.
we're going to pull it. Never mind.
Well, while he's checking that one out, dude, how's that
Hey,
sour
you know
treating you?
what?
The
You know what?
blueberries.
We don't do a lot of sours. We probably need to go there.
You're
we
right.
Probably need to do some studying on it. But I'm gonna give it the Brewers gift is not a gift, but this beer is pretty damn good. So I'm giving it a 5. Because I haven't had.
Not even with the presence swing. That's
No,
usually
it's a 5. This beer is good.
I mean, it looks beautiful.
Small batch. It's everything I love in a beer. Go get you some if you can.
That's Mama Tired.
Mama Tired.
Mama Tired.
I love the name. I love the label.
Now this one over here, like I said, it came over in this fancy smashy beer carrier. So I already even forgot the name of it. What was this one called again?
Tree Sitter Wit.
Tree Sitter. That's right.
Yeah, we need to
and
maybe. There seems to me there's a story.
I heard
there.
that. Yeah, there is a story behind the name, right?
So tree. It's what it says. We have a very good friend of our brewery who has spent a lot of time sitting in a tree just recently.
You don't say.
Yeah. So I mean, try not to make beer political, but sometimes you have to make a statement.
Well, things been up and down. We'll see how it ends up.
We'll see what happens with that.
Hey, if anything, we got a good beer out of it.
Yep.
Right.
And for that, it's all about Stand with Red.
There you go. And I tell you what, man, this beer, this is solid. I understand now why you handed me this one because you knew.
I know.
You know my palate
I've been here a couple years.
very well, and granted, it didn't come from it's not bottled, it's not canned. It did come in this, and I'm assuming you sell these. Well, it's not your typical growler though.
No, it's kind of a high-end stainless steel. We actually don't have any more right now, but we're looking at getting some more.
Oh, it's Clean Canteen.
Clean
They're
Canteen,
top
yeah.
line.
They're top of the line.
It's nice. It's nice. And so even in that, I don't know how did you just pour that and bring it straight here or?
I think I had that poured at about 3:30. Sure, we put it in the cooler,
so
but
a
I
few
left
hours.
at 4:15 and drove up here and sat in the car for a little while
Okay.
before I came in.
But yeah, so I mean, it holds up pretty well because I mean, it's definitely still got the carbonation, still smelling good. I mean, that's a good especially for this time of year.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good summer beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it the Tree Sitter.
Tree Sitter.
Tree Sitter. I don't know about the full 5.
Oh, you're like that.
Maybe if it was in a bottle.
You're like that.
No, I mean it is good though. I'm gonna give it a 4.5. 4.5.
I appreciate that.
It's good for DreZ.
Maybe
trust me.
because maybe it is because I mean it is still carbonated, but I can tell it does taste a little on the flatter side. But and that's a carrying. I'm sure if I was at Parkway, it would be. It's going to be better.
Yeah,
There's no
absolutely.
way. There's no doubt
You know,
about
and
it.
everybody, these apps are fantastic, but they are very subjective. It's whoever,
without a doubt.
likes it this way or doesn't. You know,
And trust me, I can try a beer right now and give it a 4.5, and then maybe like in a couple weeks it might be a 3.
when you're not sitting in front of me.
Or like in the zone, if you've had a few, or if you're at a show and just anything, you're just in that right mindset where you're like, man, this is just so great. This is best beer, a lot of that could affect it too.
Yeah.
So it is very subjective. There's no doubt
That's why I had
about
to
it.
give the 5. You're bigger than me, younger than me.
Come on,
I don't
I'm
know
not that
if I
much
could
younger
take
than
it.
you. I keep telling you
I
that.
know.
All right. Either way, let's take a quick break and we'll play a tune. We'll come back. We'll talk more about the Virginia Craft Brewers Festival that's coming up this weekend. Talk more about Virginia Craft Beer Month, which is also very exciting, and hang out a little bit more with Mike. You a rocker, man? You got any preference? You want me to play a tune for you?
Yeah, he always puts us on the spot.
I'm always a 5-finger death punch guy.
Oh,
Done. I am.
See, I named something.
with
He's
ya.
like, oh, that thing, that vinyl deteriorated.
Yeah.
we can no longer listen to
That's
it.
not in the system, Huck.
I may be
5-finger.
old, but
I got plenty to choose from. I'll definitely bust out one of my favorites from 5-Finger right here, right now. Brewsday
now.
Tuesday. We're going to play this track, and we'll come back with more Brewsday Tuesday with Mike from Parkway Brewing Company right after this. Stick around.